Let me turn off Millie's. Can I just go?
Yeah.
All right. I'm Leland, Dieno, the Director of Digital Strategy here at Agency Media, and today I'm going to talk to you about web. A few things you need to look into or make sure you're paying attention to when you're working with an agency on developing a new website are, first, that you're focusing on it being an agile development and an agile website. What does that mean? Agile development means that your website can be agile. That means that you can make changes on an ongoing basis and adapt or react to things that are happening in your areas of business or on your customer's journey. Another thing you need to make sure you do is make sure that your team or yourself can update your website post-launch. One of the biggest things that happens after a company works with an agency like ours on a website is that they get bound to that agency, which means that they have to go back to that agency to get updates made. And if you open a new location or you need to change your phone number, there's no need to spend $100 or $200 or $1,000 on getting the agency to update that phone number on your website. So stop paying your agency thousands of dollars to update your website every year because you don't need to. You need to focus on getting your website developed on a platform or a CMS like Drupal or WordPress that enables you to make those changes yourself. The best part about using a CMS is that you can train your junior staff on how to make updates that are needed on a regular basis. Another thing that you can do during the development of your website to ensure that the outcome is exactly what your business needs is to make sure that you are managing a project internally. Your agency will have project management going on and they will manage the account and manage the project in terms of development and that strategy, but you should have an internal project that is mirroring that and making sure that throughout the process, the website's identifying all of your business's needs and the strategies to obtain your objectives. Your website is an extremely important part of your digital ecosystem. I like to say that it's the center of the ecosystem, but not the most important. What matters equally now are things like SEO, paid strategy, video strategy, and content, and every other piece of marketing material you could put out there that could end up driving quality traffic to your website. Quality traffic are people that are potentially leads. Nobody wants garbage traffic.
Get that garbage out of here!
Something else that's often missed on a website launch is making sure that something as simple as Google Analytics is installed. Google Analytics and analytics in general can tell a great story about what people are doing when they come to your website. It's super important to review that data on a regular basis. Something else that is commonly missed on the launch of a website is adding ad platform pixels. Now, you might not be running any digital ads at the time of launch, but it's still critical to make sure those pixels are installed so you can start capturing that audience data. Going down the rabbit hole of what's available in that audience data is a theme for another video, but at the very least, make sure that you get those pixels installed on your website. And if your agency is developing your website, make sure you tell them that you'd like them installed. Most importantly, make sure you own the pixels and not them. By that I mean that you own the accounts that hold that pixel code so that you're getting all of your audience data that you can use down the road. The biggest tip that I give to clients when we're working with them on website projects and generally when I'm speaking about web is that you should focus on functionality and lead generation. Whatever lead generation might be for you, it could be recruitment, it could be sales, it could be foot traffic into your retail store. You need to focus on functionality over design. That doesn't mean don't make a beautiful site. Everyone wants and needs a beautiful site that represents their brand, but what you need to make sure you do is that you study the data you have available and really think about your customer journey. How are people going to convert for you when they get to your website? What is the quickest and best way to get them from point A to point C being the conversion? It takes an approach of thinking it more along the lines of a retail shop. Stop thinking about your website as this entity that lives in the digital space that is irrelevant to having customer service or a voice or a brand or a tone. Your website needs to speak from you and your company, but also nurture people through the journey of converting. Long gone are the days of needing to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars for a website. I'm not saying go to a page builder, go to something simple that's advertised on the radio where they say and claim you can do it yourself. But what I am saying is that if you bring your budget of your website down in your marketing mix, you can then take those dollars and spend them on the rest of the ecosystem, which is equally, if not more important. The most important thing is getting quality traffic to your website. That could be anything from out-of-home and radio ads to digital advertising and a TV commercial. Whatever the case may be, make sure that you're allocating your budget properly so that you can do that. It's absolutely critical. So those are some tips if you're about to embark on a website development journey for your company. If you're a small to medium business, large organization, or even a startup, and you'd just like to chat about what website development looks like or what that potentially could look like for your company, definitely reach out. We love to have conversations. It doesn't bind you to working with us. We just like to talk about what we do because we love to do what we do.